Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Roundup. The market has been moving at full speed again, and this time we've had one of the biggest shakeouts in months. In the past 24 hours, more than $1.5 billion in leveraged long positions were liquidated across the crypto markets, leaving traders reeling and coins fighting to hold their ground. Bitcoin is testing key support just above $113,000. Ethereum is struggling, down more than 7% over the past week. XRP is holding surprisingly firm after its much-anticipated ETF debut, and regulation is back on the agenda with the United Kingdom and the United States announcing a new transatlantic task force to align crypto rules. In this episode, we're going to cover all of that and more. We'll start with the top 10 coins to get a sense of where the market stands right now. Then we'll dive into the stories that are shaping sentiment, the massive liquidation wave, what analysts like Mikkel Morch and Edward Moya are saying about the fallout, why Ethereum continues to lag, why XRP is showing strength and catching the eye of analysts like Matthew Dixon, and what the new UK-US task force might mean for the future of regulation. We'll also look at Solana and Cardano in the context of being tipped for ETF approval, and we'll finish with some scenarios for the week ahead. Let's start with the top 10 coins, excluding stablecoins, to ground ourselves in the numbers. Bitcoin is holding around $113,100, up just under 0.5% on the day. The weekly chart shows that despite the sell-off, Bitcoin has actually held a fairly narrow range, with strong support building between 112 and 113,000. Analysts note that this is the key level to watch. If it breaks lower, momentum could turn sharply bearish, but if it holds, it could become the base for the next leg higher. Ethereum has steadied near $4,000 after a rough week that saw it shed more than 7%. The second largest blockchain by market cap has struggled to keep pace with Bitcoin in recent months, and the contrast has only grown sharper in the wake of the latest correction. The price is holding for now, but traders are concerned about whether Ethereum can recapture momentum, especially with uncertainty still surrounding the approval of a spot ETF. Solana is back above $165 after suffering a heavy 7% dip yesterday. Its resilience has impressed some traders, with volumes picking up on both decentralized exchanges and NFT markets built on Solana. Developers continue to build here at a rapid pace, and it remains one of the strongest challengers to Ethereum in the smart contract space. Investors are watching closely to see whether Solana will be among the next wave of ETF approvals under the SEC's new fast-track process. XRP sits at $2.85, showing almost a 2% gain on the day. That makes it one of the stronger performers among the top coins. The ETF launch has been a milestone, bringing the coin new legitimacy and liquidity. Even in the face of broader market weakness, XRP has managed to hold key support levels, and analysts are paying close attention to its technical setup. Cardano is trading at 48 cents, with a modest uptick. While it hasn't made the same kind of headlines as XRP or Solana recently, Cardano remains a project with a loyal community and a slow but steady development process. The possibility of an ETF has been floated, and while timelines are uncertain, institutions are beginning to pay closer attention to Cardano's steady approach. Dogecoin is flat at 14 cents. The original meme coin continues to see steady trading volumes, and with its own ETF now live, investors are curious to see how much demand there will be for institutional exposure to Dogecoin. For now, the price has stabilized, but it remains highly sensitive to wider market moves. Avalanche trades at $32, down slightly on the day. Its subnet model continues to attract developers, particularly in the gaming sector. Despite the pullback, Avalanche remains a strong contender for institutional adoption, particularly in areas where custom chains are needed. Toncoin is around $6.45. The token has gained traction thanks to its integration with Telegram, which has given it a direct pipeline to millions of potential users. Its growth has been impressive, though it remains volatile. Tron holds steady near 13 cents. Its focus on stablecoin transactions and cross-border payments has kept it relevant, especially in emerging markets. It hasn't made big headlines recently, but its fundamentals remain solid. And finally, Shiba Inu is fractionally higher, up about 1.5%, still trading in the sub-penny ranges. The meme coin remains popular with retail traders, and development on its Shibarium Layer 2 solution continues, keeping interest alive. So those are the numbers. Now let's break down the stories driving them. The first and biggest story is the liquidation wave. In the past day, more than $1.5 billion in leveraged long positions were wiped out. This was one of the largest liquidations we've seen in months, and it sent shockwaves through the market. Bitcoin fell sharply before recovering, Ethereum took a heavier hit, and altcoins like Solana and XRP were caught in the storm. The main trigger was over-leverage in the derivatives markets. Too many traders had piled into long positions, expecting the Fed's rate cut to push crypto higher. Instead, when prices dipped, those positions unraveled in a cascade of liquidations. Mikkel Morch, founder of ARK36 and a veteran observer of crypto derivatives markets, called the event a healthy reset. He argued that clearing out excessive leverage is necessary for the market to move higher sustainably. In his words, this clears the system and often lays the groundwork for the next leg up. He added that the key level to watch is Bitcoin's support at $112,000. If that level holds, the market could rebound strongly. But if it breaks, we could be in for more downside. Quick word from our sponsor. If you don't already have a hardware wallet, you need one. Protect your crypto with a ledger, the safest way to keep your assets offline. Grab yours with the link in the description. Now let's get back to it. Ethereum has been hit particularly hard. Down more than 7% this week, it has struggled to keep up with Bitcoin and other altcoins. Edward Moya, senior market analyst at Oanda, explained that investors are rotating back into Bitcoin ETFs and avoiding riskier plays like Ethereum. Until regulators provide more clarity on whether a spot Ethereum ETF will be approved, Moya believes Ethereum may continue to lag. This shift in narrative has been damaging for Ethereum, which for years was seen as the inevitable platform for smart contracts and decentralized apps. Now, it faces real competition from Solana, Cardano, and Avalanche, and its regulatory uncertainty is holding it back. XRP, on the other hand, is showing strength. After its ETF debut, it has managed to hold firm around $2.85, even as the rest of the market struggled. Matthew Dixon, CEO of EVI and a frequent analyst of XRP's price patterns, is pointing to a triangle breakout, forming near the $2.70 support level. He believes this could be the launchpad for a fifth wave rally, potentially pushing XRP higher if it can break resistance near $3 to $3.20. Dixon has made similar calls in past cycles, spotting breakout patterns before major rallies, so traders are paying close attention. On-chain data also shows that whale wallets are accumulating XRP, with more than 47 billion tokens now in the hands of large holders. That kind of accumulation is often a bullish signal, as it suggests confidence among major investors. Solana and Cardano are also worth mentioning here. Solana has bounced back after yesterday's heavy drop, trading above $165. Its developer ecosystem remains vibrant, and many believe it is well positioned to be among the next set of ETFs to be approved. Cardano, while quieter, is also on that list. Its steady approach and strong community support make it an attractive option for institutions looking for a cautious entry into crypto. Analysts note that the SEC's new 75-day fast-track approval process could open the door for both Solana and Cardano ETFs in the near future. Regulation is the other major story of the day. The United Kingdom and the United States have announced a new transatlantic task force focused on crypto regulation and capital markets. Called the Task Force for Markets of the Future, its goal is to align rules between the two countries and make it easier for firms to access both markets. The task force will issue recommendations in 180 days, and it could be a game changer for institutional adoption. For years, one of the biggest barriers to crypto has been fragmented regulation. If two of the biggest financial markets in the world can align their rules, it could set the stage for global standards and make it much easier for institutions to enter the space. So what does all this mean for the week ahead? Let's look at some scenarios. In the bullish case, Bitcoin holds support above 112,000 and begins to rebound. The liquidation wave clears out leverage, and new buyers step in. Ethereum stabilizes, perhaps helped by renewed optimism about ETF approval. XRP breaks above $3 and attracts momentum traders. Solana and Cardano benefit from speculation about future ETFs. And the regulatory task force is seen as a sign of growing legitimacy. In the bearish case, Bitcoin loses support and drops sharply. Ethereum continues to lag, dragging down other altcoins. XRP fails to break resistance and drifts lower. Solana and Cardano remain under pressure, and the regulatory task force is dismissed as political theater, with little real impact. So to recap today's roundup, a massive liquidation wave cleared $1.5 billion from the system. Bitcoin is holding support, Ethereum is under pressure and may continue to lag, XRP is showing strength and could be setting up for a breakout, Solana and Cardano remain strong contenders for ETF approval, and the UK and US are taking steps toward regulatory alignment. Stay sharp. Support and resistance levels are more important than ever in this environment. Smash like, hit follow, and as always, we will see you at the top.